Wow. Hi everyone, my name is Wisdom, and in today's video I'm going to talk about 6 uncomfortable truths about blogging you should know before you start a blog. Yeah. The first is you need to invest money in your blog. Now, when I say invest in order to this, but at one point or the other you need to invest money. And what are you investing the money for? This could be probably to get data to learn more. It could be probably to buy a course in order to learn more. Of course, there are free videos out there on YouTube. And then it could also be to get a software. It could also be to get a team and all that. And you need to invest money along the way, even though people tell you that you can start a blog for free and all that, because you can't start a blog for free per se. This is what I mean. Of course, you can write a blog and post anywhere out there, which is great, which is awesome. But if you're building a personal brand and you're building something long term that is beyond 3 to 4 5 years, especially if it's a personal blog, it's something you want to buy the domain name and you want to pay for the hosting, and that's cost money. And the domain name and the hosting, you have to renew it every year. And domain name and hosting could go about $40 to $50, depending on the hosting plan. Depending on the hosting plan you are paying for. Now, why am I saying this is that if you're making money from your blog, that's not really an issue. $40 to $50 a year for hosting and domain name, that's not really an expense per se. Yeah. But if you're not, that's an amount that you would have to pay every time, because the awesome thing, did I say awesome? I shouldn't be saying awesome because it's not really a good thing. The thing is, at some point in time, if you're not making that much money from your blog, or if you're not making any money from your blog, which most people don't even know that they can make money from their blog, what will happen is that will be an expense that you probably cannot, you don't want to be paying for anymore. And when you cancel the payment, what happens is that your website would suddenly just die, because it will no longer be present online, because there's no hosting, there's no domain name. And if you're not paying for the domain name, what will happen is that someone else will probably buy the domain name. It's no longer yours, and then you've lost everything. So that's one uncomfortable truth you have to, that, oh, you just upload a video, it's free. Now someone is paying for the hosting and everything. No, you have to pay for the domain name and the hosting. Now, that shouldn't be an issue if your blog is monetized and you're making money, because it's like $40 a blog usually, but it's not much. A domain name costs about $13 per year, and then hosting, that varies. Hosting is usually the storage space, and so it depends on how big your blog is. That's the amount of storage space your blog would take. Okay. So the next thing I need to tell you is success takes time. And this is one of the uncomfortable things I've learned from blogging for over 4 years now. And I used to believe that there was this shortcut, and I would learn, I'd watch videos, I would study, I would do all those things, which was great. But then I'd realized that I was asking myself that, oh, for the last 1 month, last 2 months, you've been watching, you've been learning, you've been understanding, you've been chasing your curiosity, which is great, which is nice, but what exactly have you done with, like, what have you applied? What have you, like, actively applied? Because one of the things I notice is that I don't apply stuff. So even though I'm busy in working, I'm busy in watching videos, I'm not actually making progress. And so for most bloggers, they are busy, but they are not making progress. And so that's part of the reason why I'm even doing the challenge that I'm doing of posting every day now. Because why I'm posting every day, it's clear. I know that, okay, this is the target for the day. Well, I can consume video, I can consume content, but during that period of working, I spend 3 hours every day. Yeah, 3 hours every day. I post blog and I post video, including this one I'm making too. Yeah. For the next 100 days, I'm going to learn, I'm going to get outlines, get process, get systems, and I'll share them with you in the video. And if you do have any questions or experiments you want me to try, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see what I can do about it. So I talked about success takes time. I've talked about you need to invest money, and then I'm talking about writing skills are not enough. Yeah. And most people will see that you're a blogger. They're like, blogging is a business, because if you just want blogging, if you're a solopreneur, you just want blogging, you're doing a lot of things. You are the one designing the blog post banner. You're the one doing the SEO, submitting your site to Search Console. You're the one trying to probably do social media. You're the one taking images for the stuff you're doing. You're the one writing the blog post. You're the one doing the research. You're the one. So many things about blogging. You're the one doing monetization, trying to get ads, doing affiliate income, all these other things that you're doing. There's so many things you could be doing, and writing skills are not enough. So you have to be learning. And I see a lot of people that they're writing blog posts, they post nobody. And you have to, how do you get traffic? How do you get people to know about your stuff? How do people to visit your blog? And then they look at me and they're like, dude, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you have to get good at social media, posting, promoting your blog so that people get to see it out there. And you're like, nah, not really. But I'm like, writing skills is not enough. Yeah, writing skills is like the core. It's more like if you have a business and you're like, I'm just really good at what I do. And I'm like, yeah, that's great, but you have to market your stuff too. If you want to get customers, if you want to get clients, if you want to make more sales, which is blogging. So even blogging is more like in two parts. Yeah, I think two parts, but usually 2 to 3 parts. I'll explain what I mean by 2 to 3 parts. In two parts, it's the blog post itself, the content. You create the content, and then the other part is the promotion, the marketing. You get people to see the content because it's seeing the content. That's when you can show them ads. That's when you can sell affiliate products to them. That's when you can sell your own products to them. That's when you can sell consultations to them and whatever products you have to them. So you need to get attention. And what is attention looking for is the content. So you could tell people how to lose weight, how to lose 10 pounds in a week or something like that, depending on your niche. And what will happen is that I'm interested in that stuff. And so I'm reading the blog post and then you show me ads. And I'm like, wow, I look at the ads. I don't have to click on it, but you make money. And you probably say, oh, buy this tool to measure this weight, tool to measure your weight. And I'm like, wow, that's great. I click on it, I buy the product, and then you get your own commission. So there's the content, and then there is the marketing, which is the promotion. But then there's the third part, which most people don't talk about, and the third part is the thing that you are doing that you are talking about in your blog. Now, there are different kinds of blog. There's the media blog, there is the niche blog, there's the personal brand blog, and there's the news blog. So now I'm talking about the personal brand blog. So for the personal brand blog, it's more about you documenting your progress as on whatever thing you're doing. For the personal brand blog, you have to do the thing that you're talking about. So what I mean by the thing you're talking about is let's say what example will I give now? Let's say you're a blogger who blogs about YouTube and podcasting. The thing YouTube or podcasting, depending on the focus of your niche. So even though you're writing content, you're writing blog posts and you're promoting, you're marketing it, the thing that you're doing is podcasting. So as much as possible, you have to be doing podcasting to getting insights, to getting data, to learn a lot. So it's spread in 3 parts. So for most people, and I think for me, I wasn't doing the podcasting part. I wasn't like doing the niche part. I wasn't doing the core thing that I was talking about. And so because I wasn't doing that core thing I was talking about, I felt like an imposter because I wasn't doing the stuff I was talking about. And so now I reframed that. I'm like, okay, now I'm doing the thing and then I'm talking about the thing I'm doing and then I'm promoting it and marketing it to people. So that way I don't feel like an imposter. So the next thing I tell people is it takes more work than you think. Yeah, you would have to put in a lot of things will crash, you have to fix them. Yeah, it takes more work than you probably think. And part of the reason why blogging is not really quote unquote showcased as the best form of making money online, because it's hard. It's not as easy. It's not that, oh, you go viral and other stuff. Why you could go viral, but it takes a lot of work. It's a full business you're managing, and there are a lot of moving parts in it. Yeah, it takes a lot of work than you think. And then the really uncomfortable truth is that most blog face, and yeah, most blog face. A lot of bloggers, they try, it doesn't work out, and they don't even know what they don't know, and so they quit and they cancel the blog, they move on. And some of them, you see the blog is out there, but nobody is, as if you sometimes you even ask yourself, what happened to these people that are there? The funny thing is that most blogs on the internet, I think according to a survey by Ahrefs, most of blog, up to 90% of the blog pages online don't get traffic. Yeah. And it's not that encouraging when you're posting and nobody's reading your stuff out there, you get. So that's why I said it's in 3 parts. You're working on the stuff, you document what you're working on, and then you find a way to get traffic in 3 parts. If you want me to explain, create a video on the 3 parts of blogging, and I would gladly make a video on that. Please let me know in the comment section, and I'll make a video on that. And so the last uncomfortable truth is you'll face self-doubt, criticism. So one of the reasons why you face self-doubt is first you are okay. I should reframe it. You would have imposter syndrome, and for me, I used to have imposter syndrome. But then I will ask myself that, why am I even having imposter syndrome? Why am I even having it? And I'm like, oh, it is because I am presuming myself to be a teacher I grew. That is why I'm having imposter syndrome. And then I'm like, I'm a student, and a student doesn't feel like an imposter for not knowing, because the goal and the whole idea of being a student is that you're learning, you're knowing. And so what you do not know, you learn it. And then someone asks you, oh, do you stuff? You're like, oh, I don't know it. So what is the answer? You're like, oh, it's this. Wow, that's brilliant. That's awesome. You're not ridiculed. You're not shamed for not knowing. So most of us, we go out there blogging, we assume ourselves as teachers. No, for me, I'm like, I am teaching, I'm writing for my past self. My past self could be probably yesterday. Yesterday, today, I realized that, oh, you could use this software to do this stuff for free. I share it. And, for my past self. And that's it. So if you come out there assuming that you are quote unquote guru, that quote unquote teacher, what will happen is that you would have a real lot of self doubt, because for most of us we just started out. For most of us we don't have it figured out yet. Most of us we don't even know what we're doing, and that is it. That's the truth. So question is, your past self, yourself 1 year ago, you definitely will have advice for them. You will definitely will have what there are a lot of things that your past self 1 year ago doesn't know in your industry, in your niche, in whatever hobby that you want to blog about. So the question, if you reframe the mindset that way you won't have imposter syndrome, and that way you'll be able to work on your blog longer and make progress with it. So what other uncomfort, uncomfortable truths about blogging that you have realized over the years as a blogger? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comment section. And every week I do send a newsletter of the progress I'm making with my blog, my podcast, and my YouTube and channel. Basically, the making money online in digital space and marketing and other stuff that I'm into. So if you're interested in that, please do subscribe. The link is in the description. And yeah, and you're expecting a mail from me. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, this is Wisdom.